Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Cabaret 17.
Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone at Cabaret tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone at Cabaret tonight. Nothing with things, nothing with crowds. Bring on the lovers, choirs, and clouds. All situations, new complications, nothing more tensions on the line. Tragedy tomorrow, Cabaret tonight. Something convulsive, something repulsive, something for everyone at Cabaret tonight. Something aesthetic, something frenetic, something for everyone at Cabaret tonight. Nothing with cause, nothing with fate. Weighty affairs will just have to wait. Nothing that's normal, nothing that's normal. No recitations to recite. Jumping on the curtains, Cabaret tonight. You're sitting alone in your room. Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear that. Although your hearts are celebrating, like this way your table's waiting. One knitting, some profit or two, to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. On to the cabaret.
I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret."
Permitting some profit or two, to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret.
And as As for me, as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea when I I'm gone like Elsie.
From cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And we love a
Ladies and gentlemen, our MC for the evening, Miss Karen Lingstad Hughes.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome again. We begin this evening with a song titled, Can Pine Trees Really Dance? So that's quite a question. Can pine trees really dance? And if so, can we see them dancing? So here for their second cabaret appearance are Bruce and Derek Smith.
This is a hammer. This is a hymn. This is a match to a ball of light. This is the meaning. This is the beauty. These are the stars raining down from the sky. This is the light that shines, and I can see the pines are dancing. This is the leaving of another life. This is the howling at the moon. These are the arms you fell into. I am a fire, and I must burn too. day. This is an echo. This is the glory. This is the pounding of a midnight heart. This is the mountain. This is the lightning. This is the man pulling on his iron chain. This is the light that shines, and I can tell the pines are dancing. This is the leaving of another life. This is the howling at the moon. These are the arms you fell into. I am a fire, and I must burn today.
Our next performer is Harriet McKenna, who with her harp has quickly become a cabaret veteran. Bonaparte Crossing the Rhine is a hornpipe, which is a group of several dance forms played and danced in Ireland, Britain, and elsewhere from the 16th century until the present. She'll be opening the piece with another Irish melody, If I Were a Blackbird. Harriet McKenna. Our next performer brings us an adapted version of When I Was a Lad. I don't think that he really needs much introduction, but it just goes to show what a welcoming and inclusive congregation Shelter Rock really is.
When I was a lad, I heard a term as the office boy. The journey's firm. I swept the floor, but I held the pad on the big front door. My money kept those jobs so far away. Now I am the president of USA. My money kept those jobs so far away. Now I am the president of USA. I got into Harvard, then the U of P, but that's the only books I ever did see. I learned all I know from a TV show. Now I know how to make America grow. My money kept those books so far away that now I am the president of USA. My money kept those books so far away. Now I am the president of USA. Of all the women that I have known, I married the ones that would stay at home. But Ivanka and Maria got too old, and so to me, Melania was sold. My money got the wives with me to stay. Now I am the president of USA. My money got my wives with me to stay. Now I am the president of USA. I bought me some buildings, they did okay. I bought some casinos, they didn't pay. Casinos went broke, I lost my dough, but I got a tax deduction 20 years in a row. My money kept all those taxes away, so now I am the president of USA. My money kept all those taxes away. Now I am the president of USA. My political opponents I covered with mud. All of their accomplishments I covered in crud. I taught them the key to prosperity. Simply don't tax rich families. My money kept all those taxes away. So now I am the president of USA. My tax accountant said, no taxes to pay. Now I am the president of USA. I often thought that I would go off on a TV show, but that didn't happen, that's okay. Now I am the president of USA. I always thought that this would be simple to do for you and me, but that didn't happen, but that's okay. Now I am the president of USA. Now that I'm president, I insist Obamacare and Social Security insist. Putin and Russia are my best friend. Social Security and Obamacare end. Now I'm president, I can say, I am the president of USA. As president for life, I can say I will always be president of USA.
And to remember what Tuesday is, right? Election day. We can't just wait till next year's election, right? And now I'd like to introduce my fellow Any Given Sunday band member, Bruce Torf, who will be performing, not just playing piano, but also he's accompanying himself singing, which is something unusual. An original tune, I Turn the Light On.
So here's the story. It was about 2 years ago. I had just gotten back to the house after dropping off my eldest at college for the very first time. An era had ended, and I didn't much care for it. I sat down at the kitchen table, house totally quiet, nobody home, and this song kind of demanded to be born, so I led it. Normally it's sung well by Karen, but this time I'm going to take a run at it. I turn the light on. She always left the light on, a towel on the bedroom floor. All these years I turned out the light and picked that towel up, and now the day has come. My baby up and gone, got a life before her bright as the sun, and I'll be cheering on. But I can barely stand it today. The house is much too quiet, and memories when she was 3 are coming from everywhere. You can't go back to the past. What's done is done and gone. But when I hear her voice inside my head, I turn the light on. I flew into her room and cranked all the lights, threw her towel on the floor, fell on my knees to pray for just a little more. You can't live in a memory, sweet as it may be. But when I hear her smile inside my head, there's no describing the feeling I get when I hear her singing her lovely song. I turn the light on. I leave the light on. The light on.
Whenever Jim Smith graces the cabaret stage, you can count on him to bring us a classic, and tonight is no different. Jim has been a Jackson Browne fan since the 1970s. He dedicates this song to anyone who was forced to give up their dreams and decided to go through the motions. Jim Smith, The Pretender.
I'm gonna rent myself a house in the shade of the freeway. I'm gonna pack my lunch in the morning and go to work each day. And when the evening rolls around, I'll go on home and lay my body down. When the morning light comes streaming in, get up and do it again. Amen. Say it again. Amen. I want to know what became of the changes we waited for love to bring. Were they only the fitful dreams of some greater awakening? I've been aware of the time going by. They say in the end, it's just a wink of an eye. And when the morning light comes streaming in, I'll get up and do it again. Amen. Caught between the longing for love and the struggle for the legal tender, where the sirens scream and the church bells ring and the junk man pounds his fender, where the veteran dreams of the fight, fast asleep at the traffic light, and the children solemnly wait for the ice cream vendor. Out into the cool of the evening strolls the pretender. He knows that all his hopes and dreams begin and end there. Are the laughter of the lovers as they run through the night, leaving nothing for the others but to choose off and fight and tear at the world with all of their might, while the ships bearing their dreams sail out of sight. I'm gonna find myself a girl who can show me what laughter means, and we'll fill in the missing colors in each other's paint by number dreams, and we'll put our dark glasses on and we'll make love till our strength is gone. And when the morning light comes streaming in, get up and do it again. Get it up again. I'm gonna be a happy idiot and struggle for the legal tender, where the ads take aim and stake their claim to the heart and the soul of the spender, and believe in whatever may lie in those things that money can buy. Although true love might have been a contender. Are you there? Say a prayer for the pretender. He started out so young and strong, only to surrender. Say a prayer for the pretender. Are you there for the pretender? Say a prayer for the pretender. Are you there? Bruce Torf and the band, ladies and gentlemen.
As many of you know, Lori Everett comes from quite a talented family. We'll hear from her brother Barry Noble later. Tonight, Lori will be singing Gershwin's "They Can't Take That Away From Me." She told me that when her firstborn was a baby, she was delighted yet sad to see him grow and change, and that she used to sing this song to him. Lori Everett.
Our romance won't end on a sorrowful note. tomorrow you're gone. The song is ended, but as the songwriter wrote, the melody lingers on. They may take you from me, I'll miss your fond caress. But though they take you from me, I'll still possess the way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way we dance till 3, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, they can't take that away. No, they can't take that away from me.
Our next performer this evening is the inimitable Nancy Berliner, who tonight brings us Irving Berlin's Hostess with the Mostess from 1948, channeling Ethel Merman. Is it sarcasm or nostalgia? Nancy Berliner.
I was born on 1,000 acres of Oklahoma land. Nothing grew on the 1,000 acres, for it was gravel and sand. One day, Father started digging in a field, hoping to find some soil. He dug and he dug, and what do you think? Oil, oil, oil. The money rolled in and I rolled out with a fortune piled so high. Washington was my destination, and now Who am I? I'm the chosen party giver for the White House clientele, and they know that I deliver what it takes to make 'em gel. And in Washington, I'm known by one and all as the hostess with the mostest on the ball. They would go to Elsa Maxwell when they had an axe to grind. They could always grind their axe well at the party she designed. Now the hatchet grinders all prefer to call on the hostess with the mostest on the ball. I've a great big bar and good caviar, yes, the best that can be found, and a large amount in my bank account when election time comes round. If you're feeling presidential, you can make it, yes, indeed. There are just 3 things essential, and they tell you all you need is an ounce of wisdom and a pound of gall. And the hostess with the mostest on the ball. Entertaining vodka drinkers is a job they give to me. Making nice guys out of stinkers seems to be my cup of tea. What they really need in Washington this fall is the hostess with the mostest on the ball. There's a book of regulations as who sits next to who, but there might be complications when the blue blood's not so blue. So the priestess with the leastest protocol is the hostess with the mostest on the ball. An ambassador has just reached his shore. He's a man of many loves, an important gent from the Orient to be handled with kid gloves. He can come and let his hair down, at the best time of his life. Even bring his new affair down, introduce her as his wife, but you mustn't leave her panties in the hall of the priestess with the leastest, nor the hostess with the mostest on the ball.
I think it's fair to say that our next performers are a couple that is truly legendary, and I don't think just at Shelter Rock. Hank and Ronnie Aaron's act is called Humor in Music, but oh man, it's so much more. 2 of the most delicious people I know, Hank and Ronnie Aaron.
Excuse me, but don't I know you? Where are you, Ronnie?
I don't think so. I'm from the Bronx.
Oh, you're from the... Wait a minute, I'm from the Bronx, too.
Yes, I'm Ronnie from the Bronx.
How about coming up here and doing that act that we used to do?
Oh, the act. Oh, yes, I think it was Oshkosh. And it lasted almost 2 weeks. Yes, I think I will come up. They look like nice people, some of them. Thank you. Well, let's try.
What are you doing here?
Well, we said we're going to do that act, the one we did in Oshkosh.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah. We met at 9.
we met at 8.
I was on time.
You were late.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends.
We dined alone.
And that beautiful tenor.
He was a baritone.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How about doing that other act?
Oh, the other act.
Yeah. Okay.
You're in the mood for love, and here I am.
And here I am.
Do you have a question for me?
I certainly do have a question for you. It's not that I am being sentimental, a slave to my emotions, it is true, so very true. But logic, after all, is fundamental. So this baffling question I must ask of you. How can I miss you if you don't go away, far, far away from me? How can I grieve if you won't leave? And how can I shed a tear if you're still here? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So they say. I wonder if that saying still holds true today. I'll sadly sigh, as we kiss goodbye. I love you more than words can say, but how can I miss you if you don't go away? So go away, my darling, and please don't delay. Then I'll miss you much more each day you're away.
What did I tell you? So many of you know my daughter Fiona. She just started her freshman year at Ohio University, where she's studying musical theater. And our next performer, oh, thank you. She's having a great time. She'll be here for Christmas Eve if you're here. The reason I bring her up is because our next performer is her role model. One of her role models, I hope. Lillian Strassman. And she's really said that. She's like, wow, I hope I get to be like Lillian one day. Lillian has sung at all of our cabarets. What's the pull? She says, the music and the people. And tonight, she brings us the iconic song, People. Lillian Strassman.
Hank and Ronnie, thank you so much. I feel complete when I see that.
People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. We're children needing other children, only letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers are very special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, that feeling deep in your soul says that you want to be whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
My compatriot.
Let me tell you a little bit about our next act. Fiorello was the name of the 1959 Broadway musical about Mayor Fiorello H. LaGuardia and the political corruption in New York City in the 1920s and 1930s. The musical's show-stopping number was called Little Tin Box, and it had to do with politicians who took graft and bribes. Thank goodness none of our politicians today do that sort of thing. The Little Tin Box is something that hasn't happened in decades, but here it is, performed tonight by Barry Noble and his slightly crooked cronies. This is a courtroom, and you in the audience position are the judge. The prosecuting attorneys will address the court. Your witness.
Mr. X, may we ask you a question? It's amazing, is it not? That the city pays you slightly less than $50 a week, yet you purchased a private yacht.
I am positive Your Honor must be joking. Any working man could do what I have done. For a month or two I simply gave up smoking, and I put each extra penny one by one into a little tin box, a little tin box that a little tin key unlocks. There is nothing unorthodox about a little tin box. About a little tin, about a little tin box. In a little tin box, a little tin box, and a little tin key unlocks. There is honor and purity, lots of security, in a little tin box. Next witness.
Next witness.
Mr. White, we've been told you don't feel well, and we know you've lost your voice. But we wonder how you manage with the salary you make to acquire a new Rolls Royce.
You're implying I'm a crook, and I say no, sir. There is nothing in my past I care to hide. I've been taking empty bottles to the grocer, and each nickel that I got, I put aside. That he got was put aside into a little tin box, a little tin box that a little tin key unlocks. There is nothing unorthodox about a little tin box. About a little tin, about a little tin box. In a little tin box, a little tin box, there's a cushion for life's crude shocks. There is faith, hope, and charity, lots of prosperity, in a little tin box.
Next witness.
Mr. Z, you're a junior employee, and your income's mighty low. But you've kept a dozen women in the very best hotels. Would you kindly explain how so?
I can see Your Honor doesn't pull his punches, and it looks a trifle fishy, I'll admit. But for a week or so I went without my lunches, and it mounted up, Your Honor, bit by bit.
Up, Your Honor, bit by bit.
It's just a little tin box, a little tin box that a little tin key unlocks. There is nothing unorthodox about a little tin box, about a little tin, about a little tin. In a little tin box, a little tin box, all a glitter with blue chip stocks. There's something delectable, almost respectable, about a little tin box, about a little tin box.
Deborah Nehrud joined the choir last year, and tonight she joins the cabaret stage as a newcomer here. Deborah told me that over the past year, she's fallen more and more in love with swing and jazz and rhythm and blues, and that she's just really enjoyed singing this genre of music. So she decided to put her spin on this old Gershwin tune, Someone to Watch Over Me. And she also told me that she's been listening to Amy Winehouse and Ella Fitzgerald's versions as well, but she tried to make it her own. Deborah Nehrud.
There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet, but he's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he'll carry the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone who'll watch over me. Someone who'll watch over me.
Next, I bring you the first of our two trios. This one comprised of Kat Ripley, Nancy Berliner, and Ruth Reeves, with a song that will probably bring back some sort of memory for most of you. Together, Wherever We Go is from the show Gypsy that opened on Broadway in 1959. The music is by Julie Stein and the lyrics by none other than Stephen Sondheim. The original trio in the show was comprised of Ethel Merman, Jack Klugman, and Sandra Church.
Does that make me Jack?
Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. We may not go far, but sure as a star. Wherever we are, we're together. Wherever I go, I know she goes. Wherever I go, I know she goes. No fits, no fights, no feuds, no amigos. Amigos together. Through thick and through thin, all out or all in. And whether it's wind, place, or show, with you for me and me for you, we'll muddle through wherever we do together, wherever we go. Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. Wherever we sleep, if prices are steep, we'll always sleep cheaper together. Whatever the boat I row, you row. Whatever the row I row, you hoe. And any IOU I owe, you owe. Who, me owe? No, we owe. We all take the bow, including the cow. Though business is lousy and slow. With all my vim and all my verve, now all we need is someone with nerve. Together, wherever we go. Together, wherever we go.
Now, with our next trio, we have an extra special treat. To our happy surprise, Laura Torf and Herb Waldron will be accompanied by Bill Fowkes, a very talented pianist and playwright. We are very fortunate to have his participation. What an unexpected pleasure. In Bess, You Is My Woman Now, from the Gershwin musical Porgy and Bess, the title characters are vowing their love for one another. Herb is playing Porgy on the alto flute, and Laura is playing Bess on the C flute. Herb, Laura, and Bill.
The house lights are not a mistake. Good evening once again. My name is Richard Bach, your music director for Cabaret. And when you arrived this evening and checked in, we hope you noticed two displays at the counter. One, the picture of a man in a choir robe, is that of Ed Miller, our former music director for many years, who passed away suddenly and for whom our music scholarship program is named. The second large poster shows photographs of all of our past scholarship winners. Their names are included in your playbill tonight. This past June, we invited the winners to share their musical talents at our Sunday worship service, and each high school senior received a check for $2,500. This was made, thank you, this was made possible by you sitting in this room. Our cast members are about now to walk around and pass a hat. Yes, this is a begathon. We're not too proud to say that. We need your money. Please dig deep. We're trying to match last year's scholarship total, and we need your generosity to make it happen. If you did not bring a checkbook or cash, you can mail it to UUCSR with a memo of Cabaret 17. We're passing the hat for the Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship. Read the details of that program in your order of service. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Enjoy the refreshments, the beverages, and please, please be generous. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies, Karen Lingstead Hughes.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying all the desserts and the wine and the good company and the performances. So, to kick off our second half of our show, what would Cabaret be without the Shelter Rockettes? We have Carla Dresner, Audrey Murphy, Claire Paccioni, and welcoming our newest Shelter Rockette, Katie Shaw. With their spin on And Then He Kissed Me, the Shelter Rockettes.
So he walked up to me and he asked me if I wanted to dance. Looked kinda nice and so I thought I might take a chance. When he danced he held me tight. When he walked me home that night, all the stars were shining bright. And then he kissed me. Each time I saw him I couldn't wait to see him again. I wanted to let him know that he was more than a friend. Didn't know just what to do, so I whispered, I love you. He said that he loved me too, and then he kissed me. Kissed me in a way that I've never been kissed before. Kissed me in a way that I want to be kissed forevermore. Knew that he was mine, so I gave him all the love that I had. One day he took me home to meet his mom and his dad. was so happy, I almost cried. And then he kissed me. 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 And then he kissed me.
And now it gives me great pleasure to welcome another newcomer to the cabaret stage, Dr. Ed Wood. Are you surprised? I mean, I've known for years that Dr. Ed loves music, all kinds of music, and most times on a Sunday I see him sitting with the jazz ensemble, you know, chatting with them. But I had no idea that he could sing. We might just have to recruit him for the choir. For his first time on the cabaret stage, he brings one of the most beloved songs in the entire canon of music, My Way. And why? Because you told me that you love the song and that it was your wife Mary Jane's favorite, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
Dr. Ed Wood.
And now the end is here, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I travel each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and followed it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? Now roses says, roses got to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I filled my world for those children. Now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say,
not in a shy way. Oh no, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. And it was my way.
Okay, Dr. Ed, you better start thinking about what you're going to sing next year. Our next performer is Hallie Lipman. Hallie, when I asked Hallie why she chose this song, she said that this song speaks to her soul and that she also doesn't think that many of you will have heard of it. But this choice is also very timely. It speaks to a heartbreaking New York City experience, though unfortunately is far from exclusive to New York City. This year's selection comes from a musical which has actually been performed in every major city in the world. I'll Be Here was written for a show called Ordinary Days by Adam Guan. As you will hear Hallie's selection, you'll recognize the tragedy. But in this show, in this song, at least, it has a happy ending, if you can call it that. Like so many other songs which have spoken to Hallie, she first heard this one sung by the incomparable Audra McDonald. I'll Be Here, Hallie Lipman.
We met, of all places, in front of Gristedes, some freakishly cold winter's day. I had on several unflattering layers of wool. He slipped on the ice with his grocery bags full. So I rescued some Fruit Loops he dropped by the curb, and he made some remark that my smile was superb. I thought that was sweet, and I started to go when he said, "Hey, what you doing tomorrow?" Because I'll be here on the corner of Bleecker and Mercer tomorrow at 7. If you want to meet up, I'll be waiting right here. And in case there are two fellows waiting for you, my name's John. He waved and then he was gone. Needless to say, I went back there to meet him, mostly to see if he'd show. And there he was, out in the cold, with his jacket pulled tight. He took me to dinner and kissed me goodnight. The next week we went to this terrible play, and the week after that, drank hot chocolate all day. And suddenly, 8 or 9 months had flown by, when he said, "Hey, what you doing the rest of your life? Because I'll be here, right beside you, as much as you want me to be. There's no question, There is nothing I've wanted so much in my life. This might sound immature, but I'm totally sure you're the one. And we had just begun. We got hitched in September, our favorite month, with a rock band that played in an old synagogue. And we bought an apartment on West 17th Street and talked about children and getting a dog. Our first anniversary came in a flash, and we promised to take the day off. He had to stop into his office that morning, and so I went walking uptown to this bakery I know, when I heard on the street what I thought was a joke, till I noticed the sirens and saw all the smoke. So I'm running back home with this feeling of dread, to the voicemail he left with the last words he said. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ruin your evening by bringing up all of this stuff. You're probably wondering why I even called you tonight. Well, today something happened that spooked me all right. I saw a storm cloud of papers fall down from the sky, and I thought of that day, and I started to cry. When as sure as I breathed, I heard John clear as day saying, hey, you're allowed to move on. It's okay, because I'll be here, even if you decide to get rid of my favorite sweater. Even if you go out on my birthday this year, instead of sitting at home letting all of life's moments pass by. You don't have to cry, because I'll be here when you start going back to the places we went to together. When you take off my ring and you let yourself smile. When you meet someone handsome and gracious and true. When he says that he wants to be married to you. When you call him one night and he meets you downtown. When you finally answer him yes. Yes, Jason, I will marry you. I will give you my heart. It has taken so long, but I'm ready to start. Right now, John's whispering congrats in my ear, 'cause I finally let myself tell you that I will be here.
That was something. Next, we shift the mood. Playing trumpet, our veteran cabaret performer, Doug Heyer. This year, playing Roy Orbison's version of Pretty Woman. And which pretty woman could he be singing to or about? And now we'll hear from Kat Ripley again. This year, Kat has chosen Since I Fell for You, which was composed by Buddy Johnson in 1945 and popularized by his sister, Ella Johnson, with Buddy's band. Lenny Wilch hit number 4 in 1963 with his version, and rumor has it that maybe Linda Ronstadt sang it too. Kat Ripley.
When you just give love and never get love, you'd better let love depart. I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You made me leave my happy home. You gave my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, such misery and pain. I guess I'll never be the same since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad and it's too sad that I'm in love with you. First you love me, then you snub me. But what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Well, I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues most every night since I fell for you. Since I fell for you.
And now we invite back Barry Noble, this time at the Ivories, the multi-talented Barry Noble, wherever he is. I thought you were going. No, you are. Sorry. Barry brings us a Scott Joplin rag featured in the movie The Sting, which, as you probably all know, starred Robert Redford and Paul Newman. Barry Noble with The Entertainer. So the evening has really flown by. So this is our second to last number before our finale. Canadian singer-songwriter Sarah McLachlan wrote the song Angel 20 years ago, but I find it more timely than ever with its message of hope and healing. I'd like to dedicate this song to my dearest childhood friend, Elisa, who's just out of the hospital and rebuilding her life after the loss of her husband. Spend all my time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins, let me be empty, oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from this dark cold hotel room and the endlessness that you feel. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reveries. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, oh, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting. You keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference. Escaping one last time, it's easier to believe in this sweet madness. Oh, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this Thank you, Bruce. And now, if you've come to Cabaret in previous years, you probably know which act is coming next. Yeah, Rachel and Suzanne. And they've picked, this one's gonna take it out of the park. The next song is from the musical Sweet Charity, which premiered on Broadway in 1966. It tells the story of a group of taxi dancers at a New York City dance call. Young women who earned their living serving as dance partners for hire for certain of the male clientele. And according to Wikipedia, they were the predecessors of today's lap dancers. Yeah. Suzanne Viverito and Rachel Zampino play two taxi dancers dreaming of a better life in There's Gotta Be Something Better Than This. Rachel and Suzanne.
Ain't no use flapping your wings, 'cause we are caught in the fly paper of life.
Not me.
What did you say?
I said, not me. I am not going to spend the next 40 years in the Fandango Ballroom, and I am not going to be the first little old gray-haired taxi dancer. I'm getting out.
Out. What a beautiful word.
There's got to be something better than this. There's got to be something better to do. And when I find me something better to do, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get out, I'm going to get up, get out and do it.
There's gotta be some respectable trade. There's gotta be something easy to learn. And when I find me something a half-wit can learn, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up, get out and learn it.
All these jokers, how I hate them with their groping,
grabbing,
clutching,
clinching,
strangling,
handling,
fumbling,
pinching, phooey. There's gotta be some life cleaner than this. There's gotta be some good reason to live. And when I find me some kind of life I can live, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up, get out and live it!
Oh, I've got it. I have got it. I am going to be a receptionist.
Oh.
In one of them glass skyscrapers, 9 to 5. I'll have my very own typewriter, Underwood, and water coolers and office parties. Ooh, and coffee breaks. My desk on the 41st floor. In my copy of a copy of a copy of Dior. I'll receive big tycoons and I'll point to a chair. I'll say, honey, while you're waiting, how would you like to put it down over there?
There's gotta be something better than this. There's gotta be something better to do. And when I find me something better to do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up, get out and do it! Oh, me too, I'm getting out too. I am going right to the top. I am gonna be a hat check girl. At one of those fancy East Side restaurants, a tray of cigarettes, 66 cents a pack, and keep the change. Ooh, and all those hats coming in. Derbies, Hamburgs. Ooh, and that cute little checkered number with the skinny brim. and the feather. Check your hat, sir. Check your coat, sir. Check your vest, sir. Check your pants. Check your socks, sir. Check your shoes, sir. I can hold them while you dance. Check your eyes, sir. Check your ears, sir. Check and see if you are free. How about if after hours I'll check you and you check me? Something better than this. There's gotta be some good reason to live. And when I find me some kind of life I can live, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get out and live it. Phooey! Phooey! Eep! Eep! And when I find me some kind of life I can live, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get up, get out. And live. Live it!
Was I right? I was right. And now, please welcome the cast of Cabaret 17. Hank Aaron, Ronnie Aaron, Barry Noble. This is my wrong sheet. Nancy Berliner, Wally Brown, Carla Dresner, Lori Everett, Doug Heyer, Hallie Littman, Harriet McKenna, Audrey Murphy, Deborah Nayrud, Claire Paccioni, Ruth Reeves, Kat Ripley, Bruce Smith, Jim Smith, Lillian Strassman, Laura Torf, Herb Waldron, Dr. Ed Wood, Katie Shaw, Rachel Zampino, Suzanne Viverito, I'm Karen Lingstead Hughes, and Cabaret Music Director Richard Bach.
The costumes, the scenery, the makeup, the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down.
The headaches, the heartaches, the backaches, the flops, the sheriff that escorts you out of town.
The only when your heart beats like a drum.
The closing when the customers won't come.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. But when can you get that happy feeling, and you are feeling that extra pound? There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low.
Even when the turkey that you know is home, you may be stranded out in the cold.
Still you wouldn't trade it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far, and you won't be there. There you are. Next day on the dressing room they hold the star. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show. You drank the wine, you heard the band. We did our show, we're celebrating. Don't look now, next year is waiting. This is our pride and knitting, from cradle to tomb. It isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And we love a
And we couldn't let the evening go by with some more thank yous. First, our cabaret combo, Sean Quinn on bass, Towner Gallagher on drums, Bruce Torf with incidental piano and whatnot. And of course, we can't thank enough our cabaret music director, Richard Bach, at the piano. Suzanne Viverito, our choreographer, stage managers, Stephen Rocco and Katie Shaw. Guest accompanists, Bill Folks, Derek Smith, and Bruce Torf. The Penny Lane AV team. Adam, Joe, John, and Bobby. The desserts. And we got made by the Shelter Rock Choir and Music and Performing Arts Committees, and many others that are listed in the cabaret playbill. And we thank you, our audience, for generously supporting our Ed Miller Memorial Music Scholarship Program.
We interrupt this program to announce that the door was $1,300 plus, the hat was over $600, $2,000 tonight. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Hey, one more time. 2, 3, 4, 1.
You drank the wine, you heard the band. We did our show, we're celebrating. Don't look now, next year is waiting. Start by admitting, from cradle to tomb. It isn't that
bless you all. Thank you.